but there are a few things I want to speak about. And I know we have a theme, but I will speak from my heart, from what I feel and from what I think we need to hear today. I'll begin with asking guys, who is a Ugandan woman? Who is a Ugandan woman? To me, a Ugandan woman is me. A Ugandan woman is you. A Ugandan woman is a Ugandan woman who is a friend to Uganda. A Ugandan woman is the one that thinks and feels that Uganda is their home. That is a Ugandan woman to me. And earlier, we were singing the women's anthem. And most of us don't know it. But that anthem says everything you need to know about a Ugandan woman. Allow me sing this anthem to you. You can contribute where you want. If you know it, you can come and join me. I have some lyrics written here just to be on record that I read the right lyrics. And yeah, I'll sing some parts for you so we can listen to the words and understand who the Ugandan woman is. Mothers, daughters, all women everywhere, stand up and embrace your role today. Mothers, daughters, all women everywhere, stand up and embrace your role today. We are the proud mothers of a nation, the backbone without which it can never stand. We wake up, we wake up, we wake up at the crack of dawn and fill the nation with a praise, with love and joy we care for our baby Uganda. Mothers, daughters, all women everywhere, stand up and embrace your role today. Mothers, daughters, all women everywhere, stand up and embrace your role today. Step by step we tender care, we nurse her, we mourn her at home and in school, leading, spearheading her identity, production and development in government and profession. Name it, woman is there. Mothers, daughters, all women everywhere, stand up and embrace your role today. Mothers, daughters, all women everywhere, stand up and embrace your role today. Listen to the last verse. We call on you, women of Uganda. Wake up if you've not yet embraced your role. Wake up, besides no men, let's play a role in solving our nation's need in every walk of life to develop Uganda. Mothers, daughters, all women everywhere, stand up and embrace your role today. Mothers, daughters, all women everywhere, stand up and embrace your role today. Thank you for your consideration. That is the Uganda's women's anthem. You can find these lyrics on YouTube. I got them from YouTube. It is our duty to learn it and learn the lyrics. And Solomon, it is your duty to teach it to that person seated next to you. As women, by nature and at creation, we were given a role to nurture, to love, to comfort, to teach, to help, to bring to life. And above all these, we have other responsibilities as shown in our anthem. And among those responsibilities is profession and working in government. We are everywhere. You find a Ugandan woman everywhere. It did not begin with us. Who believes in the Bible? How many Christians do we have here? Very many Christians here. The Bible teaches us about women from long ago, the centuries of way back, who were backbones of their society, who worked in huge professions, even in patriarchal situations, in places where we had just men. That's patriarchal. Patriarchal. Yeah. Okay, that word. Yes, and these women stood out in those times, and they had roles to play in their societies. Now, there is a woman called Deborah. Deborah, in the Bible, you find her story in the book of Judges. She was a prophetess. Deborah is the only judge that you will find in the whole Bible. In her time, Deborah sat under the palm tree and calmly gave counseling to the people of her society. That's what she did. Then eventually, she started solving problems of the society. She became a judge. She was anointed, but she was a prophetess. She told what was going to come ahead. Deborah lived in times when men were at the top of everything. They were the kings. They were the chiefs of armies. They were the ones who spoke and society had. One time, there was a problem. Their king, called King Jabin, he was a king of Canaan. He had a general called Kesera, and that general was very bad to the people. So Deborah knew that the problem that the society was having was because of poor leadership. But she knew if the army of Kesera was dealt with, the society would be happier. This army was always under the mountain, fighting the people of Israel. She called the head of the army, called Barak, and said, God showed me that you have to bring together your army and go fight these people. Barak said, I cannot go because God speaks to me directly. There is no way he can speak to you, a woman, and not speak to me. And Barak said, I will go only if you come with me. And Deborah said, if I come with you, God will deliver us, and he will give this triumph to a woman. Deborah went with Barak for the war. They fought, fast forward, beat the army, Kesera's army. Now, Kesera's army had a leader who escaped from the war. He ran away. He survived. But Deborah said, I said that God will deliver the enemy of our community to a woman. Now, Deborah did not say which woman. Where this army leader ran to, he found a woman. That woman was a nobody. She even did not belong to this community. But she knew he was a bad man. That woman was called Jael. Jael saw this man run into her tent. And she said, God is great. Today I am going to end the misery of this community. The man who came to her tent was hiding Jael said, "Come and hide here." She opened her tent for him. He said he was hungry. She gave him a glass of milk, which helped him sleep. And what Jael did was pick the peg of the tent and hit it through his skull with a hammer. Jael ended the problem of his life at that time. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the different roles of women in rescuing their communities. There was a Jael who nobody knew about. And there was a Deborah who was the only judge that we have in the Bible. See yourselves here. Each one of you has a role that you play that is so big that no one can stand in the gap that you stand. I heard people say that I am their hero, that I am a hero.
Yes, you are.
And all the good words that come with it. But have you paid attention to the women who do more than I do for a lifetime? The people who have been doing it since they were 10. We have Lucifer Nakatu. She has been doing it since she was a youth.
My mom.
Your mother?
Yes.
Myself, I felt like if I gave you my most precious prize, which is my husband, I would be covered. I said, I'll contribute in that way. If he wants to go, let him go and play his part. But there are women who have their husbands, their children, and themselves at the front line. Some you don't know. Some you see, some you don't see. Those are my heroes. The Sauda Madayas, the Olivia Mutayas, the Omo Kisaswapuras. And some of them have lost their lives at the front line. Those people inspire me to do the little that I can. And some of you inspire me to do the little that I can, because you do things I cannot do. I am not your hero. You are my heroes. I know some of you still doubt the job that you do or the contribution that you make. I'll still remind you of the women in the Bible. There is a woman called Esther. Her story is found in the book of Esther. Esther was a nobody. But she was a Jew in a community where Jews were hiding. They never wanted to be known. She was Mordecai's niece, not Mordecai niece. One day, the king at that time wanted to show his might and his strength. So he said, I will hold a banquet for 187 days just to show my might. And he called his then queen called Vashti and said, come and show these people how beautiful you are. And she said, no, all of you are drunk. I'm not going to participate in this. And he got angry. He said, I'm going to get a new queen. And he called for a beauty pageant. And Esther came and participated, and she won. She did not know what was coming ahead. One day, there is this favorite person that the king had. He was called Haman, not Haman anymore. And Haman was an Agagite. Haman was not from that community. No, he was not part of those people. He was an Agagite from a different place. But he was the king's favorite. So he comes here, and Esther is the queen, and this Agagite wants to bring new rules in the palace. He said, you know what, I think these Jews are a problem to this place. They need to be hanged, all of them, they need to be wiped out. statement, which I normally want each one of you to make. She said, if I perish, I perish, but I will stand for my people. This was a one-time nobody in the community. Is not from the majority class. Is someone that became a queen by pageant. Doesn't even have relatives in that place apart from her only uncle Mordecai. She touched the heart of the king, and all Jews were saved. And Haman was hanged. You play a big role. Where you sit, you play a big role. And I want you to know that you are very valuable, and what you do and where you are placed. No one is placed there. It is you alone that is placed there, and you alone can execute that job. We need all of you, and you're all my heroes. I've heard people talk about the contributions that our family is making. Can all my children stand up, please? Right? One of them is seated, I don't know why. Can all my children stand up? Thank you. I'm giving my speech in English because I know some people need to hear this. Uganda and Uganda, tuchakola omulimu munene nnyo.
Be is a hotel and bar. Tusangibwa Nsago ku lw'Ennakawuka. Ku lw'empeereza ennungi tukola essaawa 24. Tulina ebifo ebisulwamu nga biyonjo, ebiddaabirizibwa buli kadde, ebyemizannyo ng'okulaga omupiira, okuzannya pool n'ebirala. Ebbaala ejjudde obulungi, emmere ekutuukako mangu, paakingi nnungi ate nga security eri gguluggulo. Okubuukinga n'okumanya ebisingawo kuba ku 070 79 12 04 oba 058 98 77 34. You are not easy when you are not at Be Easy Hotel and Bar. Come and experience the ultimate in comfort, entertainment and security with Be Easy Hotel and Bar, Nsago, Nakauka Road.
Omuzadde kankwanjulire Kikaya College School Bulenga lya kisulo n'abava ebweru ly'abawala n'abalenzi ligatta amadeeni gonna liviira ddala ku siniya esooka paka ku y'omukaaga lisomesa arts ne sciences. Omwana bamubangulira ddala tebakoma kusoma busomi kyokka, bamutendeka emirimu gy'omu mutwe omuli okwokya welding, okusiba amazzi, okusiba enviiri, okukosa okufumba oba kiyite catering and hotel management, okuzimba, okutunga oba kiyite fashion and designing, okukanika emmotoka, okukosa amasannyalaze, ku bitone by'abayizi b'ekansa omuli okuyimba, okusamba omupiira wamu n'okubaka, endya y'abaana nnungi, layibulale ya mulembe. Ow'ekisulo osasula emitwalo 69. Okwo nno kwe kuli okulya, okusula, okusoma n'endabirira endala yonna. Lisangibwa Bulenga ku Mityana Road, kilomita 7 zokka okuva e Kampala. Kuba ku 0772 442 799.
New Subs Fashions tukutuusaako ebiteeteeyi kw'ossa abaya, engatto, ensawo z'abakyala, jackets, jeans n'ebirala. Tusangibwa ku Wilson Street ku kizimbe ekya Sunset Arcade ground floor shop number 2. Okututuukako va ku Pioneer Mall, otambule ngadda ku Arua Park, yisa ekizimbe ekya Wilson 1 oyite ku Health Link Pharmacy. Kati awo weekoma yambuka amadaala gakuyingize ku Sunset Arcade. Awo ng'otutuuseeko. Engoye zaffe tuzijja China, Egypt, Vietnam n'amawanga amalala. Omukyala omwambazi omulungi ayambala naffe.